Hi, welcome to Blindowl Outdoors. We hope you enjoy our channel, and if possible, could you please join our Patreon page? We really need your help. It's been a long, hard road. Thank you. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Dan. I'm sitting out here in the car. I had a long day. I mentioned in another video that I started a dry fast, a 48-hour dry fast, with no food, no water for 48 hours. All I did was sit around and think about it, and my throat's dry, and I just wasn't psyched up for it, I guess. I think the secret is to do it for a couple hours and then go to bed and go to sleep, and you get up, maybe the next day it's not so bad. I'll try that next time. But I'm just sitting out here in the car. It's after 6 o'clock. You can see the picture's a little darker today, and it's getting dark. I don't know if I turn the light on. That's probably too bright. Probably annoying. But just sitting here relaxing, cooling down, waiting for my dinner. Got nothing going on at all. I've got a lot of work outside to do. I cut down some big branches that were hanging onto the tree. They were, a couple of them were about this big around, 25, 30 feet long, hanging out over the house and actually touching the roof. And I was thinking maybe rats and stuff were getting out in the roof, because I keep hearing stuff up on top of the tin roof running around. The wife says it's rats. I don't think so. The one time I heard something just go by, it sounded like a big ass snake going across the roof, loud, and it sounded heavy. Once in a while I hear little tinkles on the roof. That could be a rat. And then the other night she went to bed about 10:30, and about 10:40, huge crash on the roof, right where our roof peaks up, and then no noise at all, no tinkling around or like that. That had to be one of those big fruit bats. That's all I can figure. It was just a big fruit bat just plopped down and landed, but made no noise at all. I thought maybe you hear some squeaking noises or something, because bats, when they're breeding and stuff, they make a lot of noise, or when there's other bats around, but not even a single sound, and not a single movement after that. And I think it would have flew away. I would have heard its wings hitting the roof or something, but I heard nothing at all the rest of the night there. But it sucked. I don't like stuff. I don't like stuff crawling on my roof. I don't know. I don't want rodents coming in underneath the eaves or something and getting in the house. I don't have ceilings in my house for just that reason. I'm gonna turn the light on here. I don't have ceilings in my house. I stayed in a house that I built for my in-laws, and they put in a bamboo roof, a bamboo ceiling that had, 6 or 7 feet up to the peak of the roof, the galvanized roof, the corrugated galvanized roof, the tin roof. And the first couple of months we stayed in a hut inside of a tent, and then inside of a screen, until we had about a 7 or 8 foot cobra under our air mattress, and that was the last night. That was the last night we stayed in the hut. Then we stayed in a room in the house that they had set aside for us, and I can't tell you. I was hearing rats running around on the ceiling above us. They come down out of the corners, because they can crawl on anything, and they'd be running around the room at night. Man, I can't stand having rodents, and I don't even like bugs in my house. I even today I sleep underneath the screen, a mosquito net, and keep it tucked up underneath the mattress, so it run into a spider in the middle of the night, or a cockroach, or whatever's going to be walking around. I don't want that shit walking on me and crawling in my ears and stuff. Man, I can't stand that. And we have had, a long time ago, we did have rats in the house now and then. We used to have them in our kitchen real bad. It wasn't because of the food, I don't think. I think it was just where they felt like living, because we had sacks of wood in there and stuff for burning, for cooking and stuff. And we finally got a couple little kittens and they scared the rats away. They moved from there right over to my brand new hut, and they ate big holes in my screens into my hut. It took us a while to get them out of there, and then on and off, we get one or two in the house. And I remember we had one. I keep remembering that it was getting in the refrigerator somehow and eating our food. And because I remember the trap. I remember one night I had a plate, like a platter, and I put like 6 rat traps on it and some food in the center of it, and that bastard set off every trap and got the food. And that was inside the refrigerator and got the food. And I don't know how it did it, but finally it messed up and got knocked. It set off a trap and it made it jump or something like that, and it jumped into another trap, and it turned out being a rat about a body about 12 or 13 inches long, big, huge, pregnant female with a tail that long too. Almost looked like a little possum. It was so big, and I was so happy to get rid of that. Then after that, I started putting out the live traps. I found some of those in a Chinese store, real cheap ones, but they worked. After you got the trigger set up good, they worked. And then I take those and I put those in a garbage can full of water and drown them. The first couple I let go down by the road, and I started catching them all over the place. I started drowning them, getting rid of them. I didn't know if they were coming back. Let them go and they come back tomorrow. I don't know how that works. But we haven't had I haven't seen a rat in 5 years. Not even seen one. Haven't seen any damage at all from one, except in my workshop. I had some seeds down there, and a bunch of packages of seeds got torn open. So I'm assuming it was a rat, or it could have even been a mouse or something too. I don't know. A mouse you can't keep out of the house because they can go right underneath the door, or little cracks go up around the top of the eaves and stuff. And I got everything sealed pretty tight, but not tight enough for a rodent, or bugs. You can't keep bugs out. And here in the Philippines, like I say, we got cockroaches like crazy in our kitchen. It's not because it's dirty and there's food all over the place. It's because there's so many places in there they can hide under the pans and in the shelves and everything like that. Because the cockroach is just a native bug here. They're in the grass everywhere, all over here. And I don't like them. And then the spiders, I'm not a big fan of spiders either. I had a spider in the house the other day. Marfi was in Baguio, so I was at the house all by myself, and I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take a leak, and came back in the house, got a drink of water, and I had my flashlight, I lifted my head up out of the refrigerator, and there's a spider. I'm not exaggerating, but this big around in the wall, just maybe a foot away from me. And I slipped my shoe off real slow, changed hands with the flashlight and the shoe, and I took a swat at it, and I missed him. He jumped and ran underneath some other stuff, and which really sucked because now I know I got a big giant live spider in my bedroom area. And I don't think about it. It doesn't worry. I don't dream about it. I don't worry about it. I'm not afraid of them. I just don't like them, And then we've had spiders about big as a silver dollar, maybe a little bigger than that. Tarantulas, real big, heavy-looking spiders with real furry legs with the big fang things on them. Shannon got bit by one when she was about 6 years old. Helped me move a little chicken net that I had chickens underneath. And she got bit right in the thumb, her hand all swelled up. I felt so bad for her. And then I found 2 of them down on our well. Marfi and I went down to put a new top on the well because the galvanized all got rusted away. And on top of that, there was 2 on there, and there was also 2 Vigoroons. I don't know if you know what those are. The Vigoroon is called it's the whip-tail scorpion. It's a scorpion. It's got a big, long, straight black tail. That when you mess with them, a drop will come out of it. It actually smells exactly like vinegar. That's what they call it, a Vigoroon. And they got these really weird instead of having pinchers like a regular scorpion, it's got these things that open up, and they're like these big giant web things, like something from a science fiction movie, and they use those and they trap bugs and stuff and eat them. The two that I found down by the well that day, they were only about maybe 2 or 3 inches long. When we dug the well, and I was making terraces out of all the rocks that we were pulling out of the well, one day I found one that was about as big around as my thumb and probably 6 or 7 inches long with about a 6-inch tail on it. That's the one that I found, that I saw with the wild mitts on it. It was absolutely amazing. And I looked them up and stuff. I found out later they're friendly. They don't have a stinger. That thing's for laying eggs or something like that. That six off of them. And I found out they're worth about $100 or more in a pet shop back home in America. People buy them, they put them in aquariums, they handle them and stuff. Like my cousin used to have a 6-inch, about a 5-inch red tarantula. That jerk could bring them out, let them walk up and down his arms and stuff as they're sitting there partying and stuff. I hated that shit, man. I just don't like bugs. I never liked bugs at all. And then here we have all kinds of insects. I don't know what you call a centipede and a millipede. A scorpion's an arachnid like a spider with 8 legs, but a scorpion has 12 or 15 legs. I don't know, and a millipede has about 60 legs on it. They all have their own little species or whatever. But like the centipede, I had millipedes in my hand crawling on me many times. I even got Marfie one time to let one crawl on her arm. I'll put a link to that video sometime. So it's hilarious. She's terrified of that stuff. But I got bit by a centipede, just a little bitty one, maybe 1.5 inches long, probably back in 2008, and it nailed me down by my ankle. I felt something crawl on my foot, and I rubbed my other foot on it to get it off. I thought it was an ant or a bug. Turned out to be a centipede, and it stung me, bit me from the front, from their fangs, whatever. Man, did that hurt. And then the other day, our friend Chris was here from Boston. He lives here now. He's got his retirement and everything all set up here now. And he came over to drop some stuff off. And I walked him down to the road when he left. He's got a real nice motorcycle. He's going back down to the city. As I came back up, I got right to the door, and I walked in the door, and something bit me right below the cheek of my ass. And it felt just like a bee sting or something. So I just kind of put my hand down there on my butt of my shorts, and something nailed me 6 more times within a couple seconds. I threw off my shorts on the ground, and a little bitty centipede, I say no more than 3/4 inch long, fell out of my shorts. And it was squiggling around like I killed it. And I went and got Marfie, came back, it was gone. And I moved some stuff around. We found it, and showed her. And said, "Yeah, it's a little centipede." I said, "I know what it is," but so I just got stung by it, and I stepped on it and squashed it. But that stung on my butt. That was like a nasty wasp sting. It lasted for not maybe 5. I was gonna say 6 hours, maybe 5 hours and 20 minutes or so before it finally went away completely. But up until then, it was still a really hard, nasty sting. Long time, a lot longer than you think. So there's a lot of stuff to watch out for here. Like when I told my one friend that just came from Minnesota, I said, "John, whenever you go to the bathroom, pull a toilet lid down or lift the toilet lid up and look behind it or all around it. Make sure there's no spiders on that." And he kind of laughed. I said, "Well, you'll find out the hard way, because I know for a fact that same thing. Went to the bathroom one time, a great big giant spider come crawling up over my shoulder and jumped off me, and it just grosses you out." Yeah. And I'll probably think of insects all night. All right, I gotta go, guys. I hit my 14-minute mark. They're only letting me have 15-minute videos now. They're trying to punish me for something. I don't know what. But take care. Hashtag 22 day no more. Go out, have some fun. Watch your 6. Keep your head on a swivel, guys. And watch out for all this nonsense going on, this riots and crap. I'd never seen nothing like it. Take care. Thanks for watching. Take care.